Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday morning. I've said that 3 times, so you don't know that. I started on my laptop. My battery died, and then I put my phone on and recorded 40 minutes or 30 minutes on my phone, and then it died. So this is take 3. I have since then asked all gremlins to please leave the property. So I've had a great workout. I'm so sorry you weren't there to join me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start again. This is my happy face. So the good news is that I probably the exercises I had in the on the phone were quite hectic for a Monday morning. So maybe there was a reason for it. I'm going to tone it down. Hey, sometimes these things work out for the best. I hope you all had a good weekend and that you have a exciting stage for level 4 Corona week ahead of you. I know that a couple of my friends were a bit depressed because it didn't really feel very different. But actually, when I went to the dam at like 5 in the morning, I heard the nicest sound, the sound of men laughing. And I looked down onto my road, and there were about 4 or 5 cyclists with their lights on, and they were all having a wonderful time, just joyful laughter. And I haven't heard that in ages. They always ride past my road, and of course, the last 6 weeks, 5 weeks, there hasn't been any of that. So it was a lovely sound to hear. So I hope you all got to enjoy walking around your neighborhoods and a little change of pace there. So that is something good, I think. So I mustn't be all gloom and doom. All right, so starting over, Mac 2 as opposed to Mac 3. Let us begin with just warming up the arms and the hands and the shoulders. We're going to be working, we'll see where we end up with today. I have already warmed these up. I'm going to do it for you again. So just shake your hands out. You can sit down for now. If you want to stand, if you're more comfortable standing, then stand feet hip width apart, lengthen up the body, and get the weight between the toe and the heel with your feet parallel. But us sitters are going to sit. So shake those hands out and flick those fingers. And then what I want you to do is actually you're going to chop your hand with your right hand, and you're going to chop between each finger. Okay? Quite a nice little chop between the fingers. Okay? Getting some nice circulation in there. I know with the cold weather coming, if anybody has kind of a little bit of arthritis or blood flow issues, this is a great way just to get the blood flow into the hands. I'm really going to give it a good chip, chop, chop, chop all over, and then gently on the back of the arm. Good, and shake it out. Now the other side, you're going to chop between each finger. Nice and firm. Chopping the hand, up the wrist and back of the hand, and shake it out. Flick, flick, flick. Good. Take out that right arm, palm up to the ceiling, pull the fingers back, and you're going to just gently, don't snap anything, you're going to gently press against the knuckle of each hand, pulling it back towards you and out to the pinky. So you're pulling the finger back. Don't hurt yourselves, but get a nice straight finger, pulling at the joint. And you can see how it pushes into the hand here. And do it for each finger. Stretch it back down to the tip of the finger. And that one's stiff. And in the thumb, you're going to turn the hand and pull the thumb to the wrist. Okay. And shake it out. And take the left hand, pulling back on those fingers. Press, nice extension against each joint. So you're really getting it lengthened. And you'll feel the muscle work all the way up into the arm. Okay, we don't do this a lot, so we don't have highly mobile hands anymore because we don't chop wood and make pottery and all that stuff. I suppose we know how to type, that's about it. Or knit, crochet. I know there's some woodworkers out there as well. So pull that thumb back either way and shake it out. I hope everyone's been able to do some more crafts during this time. I worked in the garden yesterday. Crafting, not so much. Just house cleaning, cooking. All right. Let's take those arms in a big circle. So although we're sitting down and you've got knees in the way, let me move back here a bit. You can just bring the arms forward in front of you, up to the ceiling, and round, opening up the chest. And then drag them forward, round, 2, stretching that chest open, 3, 4, this is a good Monday waker upper, 5, 6, we're just doing 8, 7, and 8, good, and shake out. Let's do shoulder rolls, nice big shoulder rolls, get as big circle as you can, bringing the shoulders forward, up to the ears, pull them back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now change direction, pull them round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. I actually felt a bit stiff since from Friday's workout in my legs, strangely enough. I hope none of you were in too much discomfort. Alright, so get that left hand next to you, and we're actually going to let that hand slide out a bit and lean over, but keep the right hip on the ground. Okay, for those that are standing, you just take your legs a little wider, put the left hip hand on the hip, and slide it over as you reach over. Okay, those of us sitting down, slide that arm away from you. Keep these shoulders on top of each other, so don't lean that right shoulder forward. Bring that right arm up overhead, and you're going to stretch over to the left. And you can go down as far as you like, but make sure that that hip doesn't rise up. Okay, keep it pressing down. And stretch. Don't let your head hang. Keep it supported, and keep your tummy muscles in, and your rib cage lightly tight against the stomach. Pull it down slightly. And let the body just wake up, getting nice blood flow down that right side. Good. And now you can turn that shoulder. So push that left shoulder back, bring that right shoulder forward, and reach down into the ground. And bring it forward and up. So I'm kind of making a half circle. From there, dropping that shoulder forward and the sweeping around the front. And we're going to do the other side. So the right hand goes down into the ground, left arm's coming over. I'm sliding that right hand away, so I'm just supporting my body, keeping that left hip pulling down and stretching over to the right side. Keep the neck supported, shoulders down, and reach. Scoop in the tummy muscles, support, belly in, and reach. And just hold it there for a little while the body gets a nice blood flow into that left side. Good. All right, and now you're going to pull that right shoulder back, turn to look at the ground, drop that left arm down, and then sweep forward and rolling up. And that feels really good on the spine. Okay, so get those legs out in front of you. I'm going to shift back a bit. And you're going to point your toes. I think I'm going to just move my camera down just a wee bit so you can see me beautiful feet. You know, you just don't find feet like this every day. My dad always teased me about them. Alright. So, we're going to be sitting on the bum and pull those toes back. Lengthen up that spine. And don't get mesmerized by my amazing feet. And then you can support your body So put your hands down flat on the ground, but don't let it be a slump. Okay, that's a nice slumpy. Keep lengthening those shoulders away from the ears, lengthening up that spine, but giving yourself some support with your hands. All right. Feet are hip width apart and parallel, so we're not going to let them flop out. We're not bending the knees. Lengthen them away. For my men with very tight hamstrings, you can sit on a cushion, slightly elevating the hips. Okay, so that your legs can straighten nicely. All right, so feet are toes up to the ceiling. Pull your feet back. Keep your toes pulling back and push the foot forward. Okay, and then imagine you're grabbing a blanket and pull it back. And keep your feet in a line. I'm looking in like a mirror image. All right, let the blanket go. Push the feet forward. Grab and pull back. All right, so you're crunching the toes as you pull back. Then you're releasing the toes, you're pulling them back and flex those feet as hard as you can. Okay? And then you're going to push the foot forward, keeping the toes pulling back. Grab a blanket and pull it back. Release, push the foot forward, grab a blanket and pull it back. Okay, you're like a blanket thief. Feet forward, grab blanket, pull it back. Release. Press the foot forward, grab and pull. Release. Forward, grab and pull. Release. Lengthen up that spine. Don't slouch. Push the foot forward. Grab the blanket. Pull it back and release. Okay, now we're going to take that blanket back. So you're going to pull the feet back. Crumple the toes up. Crumple them up as much as you can. And now push the foot forward. It's much easier this way around. Now pull the toes back, but keep the foot pushed forward. And try and keep that alignment as much as you can. Don't let the feet fall out or invert. Okay. Now pull those toes back and the feet back. Crumple the toes while keeping the feet pulling back. Push the feet forward and release. Pull those feet back. Am I right? Yes, so crumple the blanket, grab the blanket and pull the feet forward. Release, pulling the toes back and pull the foot back. That's right. Grab the blanket. Hold it tight, push the feet forward, let it go and pull the feet back. Last one, crumple the toes up, grabbing a blanket, imaginary, and push the feet forward, and now release and let them pull back and shake out the legs. Okay, so now our extremities are awake. Okay, except for our nose. Shake out those legs, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms out sideways, keep the toes pulling back, and we're going to turn, and I'm going to sit sideways for a moment, out that way. So actually put the arms forward, lengthen up the spine, and we're going to open up that right arm, and we're going to look to the right. When you are doing that, make sure that this leg isn't turning, the right leg isn't falling out or allowing that kind of bend. Okay, you want to keep that leg pressing forward, lengthen up that spine, and don't let that shoulder come up. So keep that shoulder open and the chest open. Lengthen up the top of the head up as much as you can. Get that spine long. Toes stay pulling back and they stay parallel. So you what you want to do is when you bring that right arm open, you're almost pushing forward with that right hip to keep it stable. Okay, and if you can't open up to here, then just open up to here, but open as wide as you can. Open those arms as wide as you can, pushing that right hip forward, lengthening up the spine, and holding. Make sure your head doesn't fall back. Keep it lengthening up. And that's the out breath. You're going to breathe in, lengthen up that spine, and now you're going to push forward with that left heel as you stretch that right arm forward and open up that left side. Keep that hip pushing forward. And scoop in the tummy muscles and lengthen up that spine. Turn the head as well. And breathe in to come back to center. When you come back to center, make sure that you've got that elevation on the spine. Okay? And the chin's tucked in. Breathe in. And open up to the right. Keep that right leg pushing forward. Lengthen up that spine. Open up wide. And back to center. Shoulders down and back. Long spine. And exhale to the left. Keep that left leg pushing away with that left heel. Open those shoulders. And back to center. We're going to do 2 more both sides. Breathe in and over to the right. Push that right heel forward. Lengthen up the spine. Scoop in the tummy muscles. Shoulders down. Open those arms wide. It is uncomfortable, I know. I'm feeling it, yeah? And I'm feeling it in my shoulders. Right, back. 1.5 left to go. Let's go. Breathe in. Open that left side. Reach that right arm forward. Push that left heel forward. Lengthen up the spine. And back to center. You're going to feel a lot of work under your ribs. Last 2. Ready. Breathe in. Lengthen that left heel, that right heel away. Open the arms. Lengthen up that spine. Scoop in the tummy muscles. Breathe. This arm stays in line with the left leg. Left arm, left leg are in line. Chin tucked in. Open those shoulders. Ha. Last 1. Breathe in. And push that left heel forward. Right arm forward over the right leg. Pull that left shoulder back. And release. Woo. Ah. Goodness me. That does kind of pull on the hamstrings, not the heartstrings. Okay. All right. Come back to a sitting position. Cross the legs slightly in front of you. Shake out those arms. It's amazing how those shoulders had to work to do that. Okay. Now your left knee is bent. I want you to lean back and just bring your right knee over to the left side. Okay. And then come back up if you can. If you need to support yourself, you can. What I'll do is I'll show you like this. Okay, so both knees are over to the right side. And the feet are on the ground. And I'm actually leaning on my left arm. And now you're going to stretch across. Over to the left. Good. And come up straight. And turn your left arm towards the right knee, if you can. Alright, and keep the spine nice and straight. Pull that right shoulder back. Good. Come back to center. Lean on the arms. And now you're going to turn. I know you might have difficulty with this, you might have realized. Okay, so you can just fold your legs slightly. And now both legs are going over to the left side. I'm leaning on the right arm. They call this a mermaid position, which I don't know why, because a mermaid doesn't have legs. But anyway. And you're going to lean over to the right. Stretch. Alright, come on up. And turn that right arm towards that left knee. Lengthen up the spine. Just turn gently. Good. And back to center. Alright, so this is an exercise that I learned many years ago when I was doing body conditioning course with the University of Pretoria. And why they did it was partly, there's two different kind of ways to do it. There's a nice rolling action on the lower back, which is good. And there is some twisting on the hips, which is good. And then there's, so you're actually opening up the joint. So what we're doing is in the least resistance, the easiest way to do this is to allow the body to use the arms to carry the weight as you roll from the left side to the right side. So my feet are on the right, I'm rolling back, I'm lifting them up, and I'm turning them to the left, and I'm rolling forward. I'm rolling back, and I'm turning the feet to the left, and I'm rolling forward. Rolling back, feet to the right, and rolling forward. Okay, so you're actually getting quite a nice rolling action on the glutes, and the hips, the pelvis, these areas are getting a bit of movement. Now this is the easy way to do it, and I want us to do just 8 of those. So let's go. Round 1. I know if your knees are battling with it, you can just go take your feet further away and not come up so much. Okay, so just do this like this. You're still getting the benefit of the workout. All right. Number 2, roll back and up. Number 3, roll back. Good. And 4. Very nice for getting the hips back to a good alignment. And 5. See, I have brought a new exercise in. 6. And back to start. Alright, so how we had to do it in the body conditioning, because we were very young and strong, is actually to not use the support of the arms. So we had to swing back, use the stomach muscles to support the upper body without falling over. I haven't done this in ages, oh my word. And then swing back and swing them round. Swing and up. So you are welcome to try the no support version if you'd like to, and you'll feel that once you've done 6, there's a much more work in the stomach area. So it's a really good and the lower back is getting great movement. So go ahead and try this. If you haven't overindulged in anything on the weekend. And I'm going to take one more and over and release. Nice. Okay, so left leg out in front of you and the right leg bent. Straighten up that leg, and again, whenever we work in this area, if I don't do anything, then my hips are facing over there, which I don't really want, and so is my shoulder. I want them to face forward, so I'm going to pull that left hip back so that I am facing forward. Okay, so this left leg is in line, the foot is in line with the hip. Lengthen up that body and make sure that you're not turned to the right. So pull that right shoulder forward, lengthen up the spine. Okay, and arms outstretched. Try and press that right knee down as much as you can without flopping into the hip. Keep that body lengthened up. Long back of the neck. We're going to breathe in and exhale. I'm going to lift those arms up. Keep that knee pushing down. Keep the toes on the left side pulling back. Lengthen up. And you want to keep even, so you don't want to be lopsided. Okay. You want to get both glutes tight. Ribs pulling down, tummy muscles in, chin dropped in, and arms overhead. Keep that knee pushing down and keep that left hip pulling back. It's a lot of information. It's all good. Keep that stretch going. Lengthen up the body. Keep adjusting so that you are lengthening up. And if you're working with a partner, let them tell you if one arm's dropping like this. That means you're falling over the midline. Okay, you want to keep coming back over the midline. Knee pushing down, arms reaching up, tummy in, shoulders down. Good. And now you're going to bring the arms forward to shoulder height. Drop that chin in and roll forward towards the foot. Okay, and you're going to keep the arms off the ground and you're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please excuse the coughing of my child. He's much better today, but he's still got a bit of a cough. 7 and 8. And release the arms. Nice. All right, nice and warm down the front of the arms. Now you're going to get that left leg in. Push the knee down. Pull that right hip back so that you're square in front of yourself. There you go. Pull the hip down and get that knee pulling in. Hands at shoulder height. Long back of the neck. Lengthen up that chest. Breathe in. And on the out breath, take those arms overhead. Make sure you're nice and aligned. Chin tucked in. Don't let that chin lift and don't lean back. Keep top of the head centered over the pelvis. Nice strong spine. Toes pulling back and keep pressing this left knee down. Scoop in the tummy muscles, shoulders down, ribs down. Hold that stretch. Lengthen up, lengthen up. Right. Nicely done. Bring those arms forward. Lengthen up that spine. Drop the chin in. And we're going to pulse forward. Straight over the leg. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and release. Nice. That's good warm body. All right. We're going to take both legs out. We're going to do a roll down. So I'm moving forward. Get those feet hip width apart. Lengthen up that spine. Nice and long. Arms stretched out in front of you. Breathe in. Keep the feet flexed for the roll down. And roll down. Try and keep centered, so make sure you don't lope off to one side. And curling down. Arms overhead and toes pointed. Breathe in and exhale up. Curling forward. Make sure you're not leaning down one side. Chin tucked in and reach for those toes. And just let the body warm up there. So hold that stretch. And sit up tall. Good. Toes pulling back. Lengthen up the spine, but keep that chin tucked in. Breathe in. And exhale, curling down. Roll onto your bum. Keep the toes pulling back. Find that spine. Roll, controlled, and arms overhead. Good. Toes pointed. Make sure those knees haven't fallen out. Keep them to the ceiling. Breathe in, shoulders down and back. And exhale, follow those hands forward, chin tucked in, reaching for the toes, and hold. Last one, breathe in, flexing the feet, and curling down. Nice, arms overhead. Point your toes, breathe in, and exhale forward, curling, and reaching forward, chin tucked in. Nice. And we're going to go onto your back, and you're going to bend your knees. And keep your feet together, but drop your knees open. Arms outstretched, and I just want you to rock from hip to hip. So rock, open knee rocker, side to side. And then take both knees over to the left, and turn your head to the right. And then over to the other side. Drop your knees over to the right and keep your head to the left. Arms open. And if this feels very tight, just do a couple more until you feel a slight relaxing on the pelvis and the hips here. Good. And back to that open knee rocker, head to the ceiling, looking directly up, and rock those knees side to side. And back up. Take your feet out to the edge of the mat, and drop that right knee in. Keep the left leg up. Drop that right knee into midline, and then the other way. Pull that left knee in. Good. And now put your right foot on your left knee. Lift that left knee up. Stretching the right hip. Breathe in and bring the head and shoulders up. Keep the shoulders open and don't lean to one side. Good. And change legs. Right foot, left foot on the right knee. Lift that right knee up, pushing that left knee out. Hold under the knee. Breathe in and exhale, coming up. Nice. And take the legs down into your bent position. Hands under the knees. We're just going to roll up and roll down. Good. All right. Here we go. We're going to lie on our sides. I think we adequately warmed up. Head supported on the arm. Both knees facing forward. I'm going to take the right leg up slightly. And actually put that left leg on the ground. That's all good. And we're going to circle again at that hip. And you can make quite a big circle this time, as long as your knee doesn't turn up. So don't let it turn up like this, okay? Because we don't want to work the quadricep. We actually want to work at the flexor. So keep that knee facing forward and make quite a big circle. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. And make sure that leg goes behind you and in front of you. So take it behind, lift it up to the ceiling, bring it forward and swoop it down. Okay, and we're going to do 6 of these. Ready? And here we go. 1. If you already did 4, don't worry. We'll just do another 6. 2. And use your stomach muscles to help you lift that leg. 3. And you can see I'm not worried about my hip moving around too much because I'm making a big circle. 4. 5. Swing it behind you. 6. 7, but don't let that knee turn up. And 8. Nice. And now we're going to change direction. So you're going to bring that leg forward. Don't let the knee turn up. Round. Take it behind you. And keep it turning in. 1. Nice big circle. 2. As big as you can make it. 3. While balancing. Turn that knee in. 4. What? You got a pain in your glute. What? 5. Last one. And nice big circle. 6. And release. Good job. Okay. Bend those knees in. And you're going to take that right leg out in front of you. Okay. Straighten the leg out. Keep your head supported. Go onto your big toe and lift the leg up. Okay, and now we're going to circle here. Ready? Just 6. 1, nice big circle. Keep that knee turned in. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're changing direction. Stay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Enough. And shake it out. Woo. You feel those deep connection. I feel a deep connection with my glute. Alright, we're not quite done yet. Straighten out those legs. And now I'm going to let you turn that knee up. Okay, so you can turn that knee up to the ceiling. And lift it up. And then you're going to flex and point. So you can take it up where it's comfortable. Push the hip forward. Turn that knee up. Don't let that hip fall back. Ready? And flex and point. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 12 of these. 6. Keep that knee turned up. 7, 8, 9. Woo-wee. 10, 11, and 12, and release it down. Wow. Some deep glute work there. Let's go on over to the other side. Rest that burning bottom. I'm going to just turn this light on quickly because it seems to have got darker. There we go. All right. So I'm lying on my right side now. My legs are extended. Sorry about the shadow from the bed. My face is in the shadows. Making the best of this. Okay. Hand in front of the hip to support. Make sure this knee turns forward now. It's not going to turn up or out. And we're going to make a nice big circle. Ready? And keep that knee facing forward. Nice big circle. 1. Take it behind you. 2. Keep that knee facing forward. 3. Go really big on these circles. 4. Lengthen. 5. 6. Just don't lose your balance. And 6. Nice. Now we're going to change direction. So you take that leg behind you and pull it round. 1, 2, 3. Get a nice extension from the hip. Push that leg behind you. 4, but don't let that knee turn up. 5 and 6. Lovely stuff. Whew. All right. We're going to bend at the knees. Extend that left leg forward. Go onto your big toe. Lift the heel up. And take it off the ground. And we're circling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And changing direction. 1, 2, 3. Keep that toe down. 4, 5, and 6. See, I'm being nice with the numbers today. No 12s there. That would be very uncomfortable. Okay. Legs extended. And now you're going to turn that top leg up. And you're going to lift it off the ground and push that hip forward. But turn the knee up. Okay, ready? And we're going to flex and point. Turn that knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing 12. 7, 8. Turn that knee up. 9, 10. 11 and 12. And release. Nicely done. That didn't feel too bad. Whew. Speak for yourself. Okay. All right. We're going to go onto our tummies. Just to stretch out those legs. And come up onto your elbows. And drop your chin forward. Toes are pointed. I'll go to the side so you can see. All right. Toes are pointed. Shoulders extended. And you can squeeze those legs together now. Okay. All we're going to do is you're going to pull that right heel to the bum and then down. Left heel and down. Right heel and down. Left heel. Keep the body nice and strong on top. Right and left. 3. Change. 4. And try not to shake through the shoulders. So try not to pull down on the shoulders. 6, 7, and pull those tummy muscles in. 8, you're doing 12. Keep that tummy off the ground. 9, shoulders down and back. 10, 11, and 12. And you guessed it, let's do both. So pull both heels to the knees and then heels to the bum and lengthen away. 2, flex the feet and extend. Lift out of the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, tummy in, shoulders back, 7, and lengthen that spine, 8, 9, whew, 10, this burns, 11, keep those knees squeezing together, and 12, and release down. And I'll just pull that right knee out sideways, my favorite sleeping position, and relax the body. And then straighten it out, pull the left side out sideways. Good. And if you can, go into a nice shell stretch. Good. And back onto your bum. Knees bent. And you're going to roll into your back and lie this way. Arms up to the ceiling. What we're going to do is going to have your right leg in bug, left leg on the ground, and then you're going to change, placing your right leg down, left leg into bug, and change. But what you really want to do here is to stabilize the stomach muscles. So, as opposed to this, changing, you want to try and keep those long back of the neck, arms to the ceiling, scoop in the tummy muscles, tighten up the core, and when you change, try and keep as much stability in that core as you can. And you'll see my right angle on my knee doesn't change. I just drop from the quadricep. I'm not dropping the foot. I'm pushing down here. Okay. Arms up to the ceiling, long back of the neck. Tummy in, lower back pressing down. Are you ready? And 1. Make sure your knee and feet are in a line with your hips. And change. And 2. And change. Scalp, you can use a cushion. 3. Very small one though. And 4. Keep the tummy muscles in. 5. 6. 7. 8. Make sure those feet don't fall in the midline. Keep them in line at the knees. Last 2. And release. Just relax the body. You can bring the knees to the chest to stretch that lower back. Good. All right. Take those arms back up to the ceiling and take both the legs to bug now. And our favorite brain coordination, the right arm's going to go overhead, left leg is going to extend. Bring it back. Right leg, left arm. Make sure that the right arm and left knee stay stable. And bring it back. Breathe in. Make sure you got a long back of the neck, tummy muscles in, lower back pressing down. Right arm, left leg. Extend. Bring it back. Left arm, right leg. Extend. Don't drop that leg too low. Keep it in line with the right foot, the left foot. And back. Right arm, left leg. Extend. Tummy muscles in. And back. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Left arm, right leg. Extend. And back. Press that lower back down. And right arm, left leg. Stretch. And back. Left arm, right leg. You can do it.
Pull in those tummy muscles and bring it back. Make sure your knees haven't dropped open. Right arm, left leg. Nice strong alignment. Bring it back. Left arm, right leg. Don't let the arm drop too low. Bring it back. Right arm, left leg. Press that lower back down. And change. Left arm, right leg. We've got 2 more sets. Right arm, left leg. Extend. Tummy muscles in. Bring it back. Left arm, right leg. Don't lose that control on the gut. So really pull those tummy muscles in. Last set. Ready. Right arm, left leg. Bring it back. And left arm, right leg. Nicely done. Bring it back. Open the knees up. Grab inside the legs and relax. And you can do a little swing side to side. Good job. And we're going to do rolling like a ball just to release the spine. So coming up, and do it at your own level, wherever that is. If you're doing one at a time, that's fine. Keep your shoulders down, chest open, chin tucked in. And we'll just do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Woo! Good stuff. Okay, we're almost done. Go ahead and lie on your tummy. Okay, I'm going to lie at a bit of an angle so you can see. Okay, we're going to do swimming today. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, because it's Monday. And it's a nice sunny day, perfect for swimming. All right, so for those of you that have forgotten, I'm going to just run through the checklist. When we're working on our tummy, with our arms extended, we want to reduce as much pressure on the lower back as possible. And the way to do that is to keep your tummy muscles engaged. Okay, so keep them engaged. Keep some pressure on the inside of your legs. Don't let them open too wide or let the knees turn out. Okay, keep them turned in and squeeze together as much as possible. But don't also, I can't even do it. Don't turn into a flipper foot. Keep those knees turned down towards the ceiling. Okay, to the floor. Where are we? And squeeze them together. The legs are going to be elevated off the ground. Okay, so you're going to press them away from the ground from the thigh. And you'll feel as you do that it's going to engage these muscles in the lower back. So you really want to keep emphasizing the front of the body, the tummy, belly to pubic bone, those muscles tightening up. Okay, the arms are going to be extended overhead, and with a limited range of movement, there's going to be a kind of an opening of the elbows and the hands. That is fine. You're going to extend those arms as straight as you can, forward as far as you can. Okay, we're going to alternate arms and legs, so it's going to be right, left, like swimming. Okay, so you're going to be alternating arms and legs. All right. At the same time, I'm going to get your chin tucked in, and you're going to lift the chest slightly off the mat. So you're going to elevate. You're going to really lengthen that spine. Now, I don't want a hyper lift, so I don't want you to do this. That's too much. Okay, keep it parallel to the ground and just off the ground. Keep your ears level with the ground, with your shoulders, and the chin tucked in. So you're not going high off the ground. Okay. If you can't keep the body elevated, you may touch down with the foot and the opposite hand. Okay, so that you're actually holding onto the ground for each lift. Okay, if it's too much pressure. If you manage, stay off the ground. Okay, this is really a good little instruction for you to have. So if you need to go back and listen to it again, do that. I haven't learned how to tag times in my I'm getting there. I'm learning a lot about YouTube. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do 3 sets of 8. Okay, and it's the last exercise, so stick with me. Reasons we do it, it's really good for the neck and shoulders, for the whole body. Okay, so stay with me. 3 sets of 8. If you have to pause in between, pause and go into a shell stretch and then come back into position. Okay, you can do it. We can do it. I'm not going to pause. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do 8, relax the body, do another 8, relax the body, 8, and then I'm going into shell stretch. Okay, so let's do it. Chin on the ground, chin tucked in, ready, lift up, and it's right arm. And down. Okay, I lost track completely there. Sorry, I was breathing and thinking and all of that. So let's go ahead and do, I'll count this time. Alright? Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. One more set. And lifting up, legs squeezing together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. And go ahead into that shell stretch. Woo. I know you can lie on your back, get those knees to the chest. Well done. Okay, so there might be a little bit of lower back sensitivity there. That's okay. Always remember not to go into pain when you're doing the exercises. Just work where you can and pull back where you can. The interesting thing about YouTube is that when I go onto my page, I can see how long the video plays for. So I can see how many people actually finish the video. Actually, I don't go and check, so I couldn't even tell you who's done or not. I just noticed that you can do that. But even if you don't finish the video in one sitting, come back and finish where you can. And try and push yourself a bit. It takes a lot of motivation and dedication to work out on your own. And I really applaud you for doing that. Keep pushing yourself a little bit harder. Challenge yourself a little bit more. I'm doing 3 a week. 3 is a great number. Most of you only do Pilates twice a week. And the third one is just so that you have variation to jump around and try different videos. So, but keep working at challenging yourself to try and finish one in one sitting and do as much as you can without hurting yourself. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, you got your right leg tucked in, left leg's extended, and we're going to stretch the right arm over the left foot, tuck that chin in and just cross stretch the body. Use a towel if you have to, or just hold the knee, stretch as far as you can. And breathe. Nice even breathing. Good. And let's change sides. Left leg tucked in, right leg out. Reach over with the left hand over the right side of the body. Tuck your chin in and stretch. Good. And before we go into push-up position, just give yourself a good lymphatic wake up. Nice. All right, we're going to go onto your hands and knees. And Anna, we're going to go into the push-up position. All right, hands and knees. Slide that right leg out and push against that heel. So press that heel away. Left leg out into your push-up position. Breathe in. And I'm going to just make sure I've got my clothes on. And bums up in the air. head between the arms, and drop those heels, okay? Keep the shoulders nice and strong, and we're going to do heel raises. So you're going to go up on the toes and drop the heels down. And 2, up on the toes and heels down. And 3, and down. 4, 5, 6, keep that chin tucked in. 7, and 8. Good. Bend that right knee in and straighten it, and left leg and straighten. Bend both knees and stretch them up. Bend both knees and stretch them up. Last one, bend your knees, stretch from the shoulders and push your bum in the air. Good, and walk those hands back to the feet. Woo! Just hang there for a sec. Let the arms swing. And up we go. All right. Where have I gone? I'm going to have to bring myself back here without... Hello. All right. Hello, back again. Standing up. Let's get those arms overhead. Stretch the right side and the left side. Hands behind the head. Open those elbows up. Turn to the right and turn to the left. Back to center. Drop the head back and round the back. Bend the knees and pull the elbows in. Drop the chin in. Touch the knees. Curling up. Open the elbows up. Head up. Look up. Push the chest up and forward. Deep breath in. And bend your knees. Round the spine. Pull the elbows together. And touch the knees. Curling up. Elbows open. Legs straight. Chin lifted. Last one. Deep breath in. Bend your knees. Round that back. Elbows together. And touch the knees. Now drop those arms. And roll up. Arms overhead. Are we ready to swing? I think so. Deep breath in, and here we go. Let's do 5. Deep breath in, swing. And 3. And 4. And 5. Good job. Legs wide open. Shake it out. Oh. Excellent. I just want to do... No, I don't. I'm kidding. We're done. Yay. Well, my 1 hour was actually almost 2 hours of exercise. I got the benefit of that one. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I have 2 private classes coming up to the lucky people who wrote back last week about which was their favorite YouTube video. So I'll be private messaging you later to set up a private one-on-one session. Thank you for that. And the rest, everybody, take care. Let me know if you'd like anybody on your prayer list, on our prayer list. I'm all good now. My friends and family all seem to be doing okay. And my community is fine. So we're very blessed. I miss you guys a lot. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye. I don't think that paused. Okay, this time. Bye.